thank you for taking some time out of your day to talk with us today, Tauren. And I want to start with a question about the Carrot Forward program. What did you learn about it when you first heard about the program, and why was it important for you that it was something you wanted to participate in?
Well, first of all, I'm a Cracker Barrel fan. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way right up front. If I'm out on the road and I need to go somewhere that feels like home, I'm pulling up to Cracker Barrel. I'm getting the old timers breakfast. I'm getting some cornbread and some blackberry jam. I'm walking through the old country store thinking of things that I'm going to tell my kids they can't buy. And just enjoying that time. And then, you add to that the legendary CeCe Winans, and everything that her music and her life has meant to me personally as an artist. It was just a really cool opportunity to partner with her. And then the purpose of the platform to get this message out that how we treat people matters, especially in today's climate and our social landscape. There's just too many good components to step away from. So I'm really excited about it. I love the heart of it, the intention of it, and I hope that we are inspiring people to carry it forward in their own way, in their own world.
That's great. We actually had the opportunity to talk with CeCe a little bit ago, and she said one of the inspiring parts for her personally was getting to hear how she had informally mentored you from afar, with just you being aware of her career and how her music had inspired you as you had developed. So I wondered how that felt to you to be able to be paired with CeCe, especially someone who obviously you were aware of their music and career before this opportunity presented itself.
Yeah, it was just so special. She has, I remember when I first got started, I put out an album and it got nominated for a Grammy, and I was in the same category as CeCe. And the producer of the album, his name was Aaron Lindsay, and he's a legendary gospel producer, and he said, "You do not want to be in a Grammy category with anyone with the last name Winans, because they're just so known, and what they do is so excellent, and CeCe's no exception." So I actually was able to sing one of her songs to honor her and BB, her brother, when they were inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame. So I have been, in the same rooms with her and have honored her in different ways. So to stand side by side for this was really, really special.
That's awesome to hear. I know another part of this program was you were able to put together a performance of Until Grace with CeCe. Why was it important for you to share that song, and how do you think it can tie back to the program?
Well, I think, that song has such an encouraging message. That's really what I wanted to get across, was you really can't go too far. You can't get to a place where you're so low that grace can't find you, and where God won't meet you in the place of your greatest need. And when we talk about carrying it forward, there is no care like the care of Jesus Christ, who went the full distance to show love and grace and compassion and truth. And so to have CeCe sing that song with me and to shed light on that message, I just thought it was a perfect place to showcase that message.
Absolutely. And you've also performed that with Gary LeVox in one of your other collaborations from this year. I know you've had quite a few. How do you go about putting together these different partnerships and collaborations with such a variety of individuals and companies?
Well, I love that music is universal, that if you want to cross a boundary, write a song. Songs have a way of crossing political lines, religious lines, genre boundaries, and I have always loved all kinds of music, from gospel music to country music. They all have the same roots, and so it's easy for it to really come together if you want it to. Gary was one of my vocal inspirations growing up as a kid. I listened to every Rascal Flatts album and song and loved it. And so he was a perfect fit. I was so grateful that he said yes to being a part of the song. The only problem now is we have a version with CeCe Winans. And I can't choose which one I love more. I love them both for different reasons, but I just think we have an opportunity with the music that we create to showcase diversity and to showcase what it looks like for two people from different places and different perspectives to come together. And I'm grateful for Cracker Barrel creating the space for us to do that.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I don't know how you could choose which one is a favorite of those two.
It's tough. It's tough.
And in other exciting news with you, you are getting ready to have a fall tour, long awaited, with Riley Clevens and Andrew Ripp. Can you just share how much preparation is in the works for that, and where you are in getting those nights planned and, anticipating the live shows again?
Oh, we have been brainstorming and coming together for this tour already for several months. So this is going to be a year in the making by the time we get to the first downbeat in Grand Rapids, Michigan, my home state, just 45 minutes from my hometown. We're kicking off this tour, and it is going to be a movie. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous. The energy, the excitement, the power, the presence that we're going to feel, we're not holding anything back. We have almost 24 months of cooped up energy and creativity that we're going to be putting on full display. And I know Riley and Andrew are both so excited. They are unbelievable artists to see live, and I cannot wait for people to experience this tour.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not the only one. I'm sure that overall that's much anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, the tickets are literally flying off of the shelves. People are really excited. We've got several shows that are close to selling out already, and we're almost 20 weeks away from the first show. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a sellout tour.
Well, that's awesome. I'm wishing you and the other folks on that tour all the best with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're coming close to the time that we have scheduled today, and I know you have a lot of different projects, so I appreciate you being willing to take some time out and chat about them. But I do want to close with one final question for you. Looking at the remainder of the time we have left in 2021, what are you most looking forward to and expectant for to happen?
In the remainder of this year, I would borrow from where I attend church, which is Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas. The mantra that we've taken up at the church is dream again, hope again, live again. And I hope that, we have all dealt with the turbulence of 2020 and trying to find the new normal in 2021, getting comfortable again, reacclimating to the new world that we find ourselves in. And so I'm really hoping, that same heart that my home church has, that people dream again, that they believe again that there is possibility, opportunity, that there are the right relationships and connections out there waiting for them, that they would hope again. We believe that we don't just hope in some vague thing out there, that we have an anchor of hope that's real, that's steadfast, that's proven, it's true, and that it's okay to get your hopes up. Even if 2020 knocked the wind out of you, that people would still hope again, and ultimately that people would live again. That we would get back into restaurants and back into the movie theaters and back into the sports games and back into the church buildings and back into the live concert venues and really live again, to be in close proximity with one another without fear. And that's what I'm hoping as we come to the close of 2021.